Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope you'd be fine. Cambridge Lower Secondary, Book 7, Chapter number 16. The last two questions of exercise 16.6 that we are going to discuss today. So watch the video till the end and do not skip the video. So we have learned a lot about mean, median, and mode, the three different types of averages, how to calculate each of them. And today we are going to do a question of the same sort. If you haven't watched the earlier videos, go watch them so that you will be able to solve the questions more accurately. This question says a test has 10 questions. A total of 120 students take the test. The table shows the students' test scores. Okay, so it means there are 10 questions. Okay, and a total of 120 students take the test. So basically, we are provided with the data about 120 students, and you can see clearly that in the frequency table the number of students are splitted down, and if you sum up all the frequencies you will get 120 total number of students. Okay, so whenever we collect the data, the number of data is basically the frequency, which never becomes the mode, median, or mean. It is the questions answered correctly corresponding to the given frequencies, which would be either mean, median, or mode. Okay, so if I go to part A, which says how many students scored more than the median, more than the mode, more than the mean. So what we have to do first, we have to calculate the median, mode, and mean, and then we will go for the number of students that have scored more than median, mode, or mean. So if we talk about median, we have already discussed in detail that whenever we have to calculate the median, what do we do first? First, we will calculate the number of frequencies. We are already given with the total number of frequencies, that is 120. So we will just add 1 into it to find out the middle value. From here, we will get to know the middle value, which would be, if we will not add 1 into it, we will simply get 120 upon 2, which is 60. It means the 60.5th, that is 60th and 61st value would be the, yes, it would be 60th frequency and 61st frequency values that are the median. Okay, so at 60th, first we have to figure out that which number falls at the 60th value. For this, we will start calculating, adding the frequencies. That is 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 12, 20, 20 plus 3, 13, 33, 33 plus 17 is 50. So it means after 50, we have a frequency of 30. So 50 plus 30 is equals to 80. It means from 51st, 51 till 80th frequencies fall in this category of 30. Okay, so it means the corresponding questions answered correctly is 9. So it would be 9 as the median. Okay, students. Next, we have to calculate mod. So to calculate mod, it's very easy using the table. We'll just look for the greatest frequency, which is, I guess, 40, because 40 students answered all 10 questions correctly. So it is the highest number of students who answered 10 questions. And since it is the highest frequency, so the corresponding value, that is 10, would be the mod. So we'll write it down. Mod is equals to 10. And when we talk about mean, so what we have to do, we just have to multiply all the frequencies with their values, and then we will sum up and then divide them with 20. So let's see what is the mean. So what we did at first, we simply multiplied all the frequencies with their corresponding values, like 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, 5 5s are 25, 12 6 are 72, 13 7s are 91, 17 8s are 136, 39s are 270, 40 10s are 400. Then we added them all, we got 1006, and then divided it with 120. So we got the answer in points, which was 8.38333. So what we did, we just rounded it up and we got the mean as 8.4. Okay, so now we are having all three values, that is mean, median, and mod, as 9, 10, and 8.4 respectively. So it's mod that tells us that who has answered, which number of answers are which number of questions are answered correctly how many times. Okay, so it tells us that three students answered four questions correctly each, five students answered five answers correctly, then 12 students were there who answered six questions correctly each, and then 13 answered seven questions each correctly, and at last we have got that there were 40 students who answered all 10 questions correctly. So this is the highest number of students among 120 students who answered all the questions correctly. So it just tells us that how many students answered all 10 questions correctly. Okay. Apart from this, it is not telling us anything. So if they ask us which average best represents the data, we cannot go for mod. Okay. Just keeping it aside, let's talk about median and mean. So if we talk about mean, mean would be the best because there are 70 above and 50 below the mean. So it sits quietly centrally in the whole data. If we talk about mean, it is 8.4. And if we look at the question answers correctly, it is 8 over here. So it falls somewhat over here. And if we look at the number of students before 8, it is 3 plus 5 plus 12 plus 13, which is 33. So it means 33 students are over here, and then 30 plus 40 is 70. And also 33 plus 17 is 50. So we'll count this one as well. So this 8.4 tells us 8.4 is between 8 and 9. It tells us that 50 students answered the questions less than 8.4 and 70 students answered the questions correctly after 8.4. Okay. So since this data sits quite centrally in the whole data, it would be the best way to represent the average. And if we talk about median, so median would also be fine because median tells us that there are some of the students who answered 9 questions correctly. So if we talk about 9, so again 50 students answered less than 9 and 40 students above. So it also comes in between, but again it is not as accurate as mean over here. Okay, now let's discuss question number 7, the last question of all. In this question, you are going to roll two dice and add the numbers on the dice to give the score. You are having two dices, okay? In each of the dice, there are six numbers written, 1 till 6, okay? The smallest among all is 1, the greatest among all is 6. Since there are two dices, so it means there would be two ones, two twos, two threes, two fours, two fives, two six, like this. Now they're saying what you have to do. They're saying you are going to roll two dice and add the numbers on the dice to give the score. For example, if you roll these numbers, you get a score of 7. Okay. So what is the smallest score you can get? Of course, 1 plus 1. If we both will get 1 each, we will get the smallest score of 2 because since there is no number less than 1 and 1 is the smallest among all. So if we both will get 1 each, so the smallest score would be 2. And what is the largest score you can get? So it would be 6 plus 6. That is, if we both get 6 each, we will get a total of 12. Right? So this is very simple question. You just have to add the smallest numbers and the largest possible numbers. Then they're saying you're going to roll the dice 40 times. Now, what are we doing? We have to roll the dice 40 times. It means the frequency is 40. Draw a table ready to record the scores you will get. Your table needs to have a tally column and a frequency column. Now, what you have to do, you have to make a tally column, right? And then a frequency column. What will you do over here? In frequency column, you will split 40, right? The sum of frequencies should be 40. That is, we are rolling the dice 40 times. And then in the tally column, we'll start with 2 and go till 12. Why? Because the smallest score we can get is 2 and the largest score we can get 12. So it means the numbers among them are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then we have to add 11 and 12 as well. 11 and 12. Okay, so it means there would be a total of how many columns? 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. You see, it means there would be 9 different values from 2 till 12. And in the frequency column, what are we going to write? Every time you roll the dice, you will see that what total are you people getting, and then you just adding into it. So let's say you get a 6 7 times, 7 3 times, 8 4 times, and then 2 6 times, 3 only once, and let's say you get 11 as a total 0 times, and then 5 10 times. Okay, so this way you have to complete this table. Now they're saying now roll the dice 40 times and record all your scores. When you have finished, making sure your frequency column add up to 40. That's what we have already discussed in the previous question. And for your set of data, work out the mod, median, and mean score. And then what you have to do, you have to find out mod, median, and mean score, as we have done in question number 6. Which average best represents your data? Give a reason for your choice of average. Then what you have to do, you just have to give a reason of your choice, that what average would be best for you, and then you have to compare your data and averages with those of other learners in your class. So this is basically an activity which you have to perform this way. Apart from this part, everything was just like we have done in the previous question. So you can go through those videos and you will come up with different sort of answers, but it would be correct. So I hope students you would have liked the video. Please do subscribe to my channel if you are new, and hit the like button. Do share it with your friends. Take care. Allah Hafiz.